Is the curse of King Tut real? For over a century, whispers of a deadly hex have surrounded the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb. Strange and sudden deaths plague those who first entered its golden chambers. Coincidence, or something more sinister? We're about to peel back the bandages on this and other mind-bending mysteries of ancient Egypt. Forget what you learned in school. We're going deeper. Let's journey back to 1922. Howard Carter, after years of relentless searching, finally uncovers the steps leading to Tutankhamun's long-lost tomb. The world held its breath. Inside, treasures beyond imagination lay, untouched for over 3,000 years. But alongside the gold and jewels, Carter may have unleashed something else. Lord Carnarvon, the expedition's financier, died just a few months later from a mosquito bite that became infected. The day he died, all the lights in Cairo mysteriously went out. At his English estate, his dog, Susie, howled and dropped dead at the exact same moment. Over the next decade, more than a dozen people connected to the tomb's opening met in timely ends. Skeptics say it was just bad luck, media hype, or exposure to ancient molds and bacteria trapped in the tomb. They point out that Howard Carter himself lived for another 17 years. But what about the inscription supposedly found at the entrance, warning that death shall come on swift wings to him who disturbs the peace of the king? While historians debate whether this inscription ever existed, the legend of the Pharaoh's curse has captivated us ever since. It's a chilling reminder that some secrets of the past may be best left buried. But this curse is just the tip of the pyramid. Let's talk about those pyramids. Specifically, the Great Pyramid of Giza. It's the last surviving wonder of the ancient world, a mountain of stone built with a precision that baffles modern engineers. It consists of over 2 million massive stone blocks, some weighing as much as 80 tons, quarried and transported from miles away. How did they do it? With no iron tools, no wheels, and no modern machinery. For centuries, the prevailing theory was that tens of thousands of enslaved people toiled under the whip. But recent discoveries have completely shattered this image. Archaeologists have unearthed the village of the pyramid builders. They found evidence that these were skilled, paid laborers, not slaves. They were well-fed, receiving daily rations of bread, beer, and meat. They even had medical care, with skeletons showing evidence of healed broken bones and complex surgeries. So, if not slaves, who were these master builders? And what techniques did they use to lift impossibly heavy stone centos of feet into the air? Some theories suggest a system of complex internal or external ramps. Others propose they used water to create slick, wet sand to drag the sledges carrying the blocks. The truth is, we still don't know for sure. The Great Pyramid remains a monument to human ingenuity, and its construction is one of the biggest unsolved engineering puzzles in history. But what if the secrets aren't just in how it was built, but what's hidden inside? For years, we thought we had mapped out every chamber and corridor of the Great Pyramid. The King's Chamber, the Queen's Chamber, the Grand Gallery. But in 2017, scientists using a technology called muon tomography, which is like a cosmic ray X-ray, made a staggering discovery. They found a massive, previously unknown void, a hidden chamber, right above the Grand Gallery. It's at least 100 feet long, as big as a passenger airplane. What is it? A structural reinforcement? Another burial chamber? A hidden room criterios of lost knowledge? No one has been able to access it yet. The pharaohs were masters of concealment, building false doors and secret passages to protect their eternal rest from tomb robbers. This huge, empty space, hidden for 4,500 years, could be the key to unlocking even more of the pyramid secrets. What treasures, or what truths, are waiting in the dark? From pyramids to a library of global knowledge, let's travel to the legendary Library of Alexandria. It wasn't just a building with scrolls. It was the intellectual center of the ancient world. Imagine a place that held the sum of all human knowledge, philosophy, mathematics, astronomy, and history from across the known world. Scholars like Euclid, the father of geometry, and Eratosthenes, who calculated the circumference of the Earth with astounding accuracy, worked there. But this beacon of knowledge was tragically lost. What happened? The popular story is that it burned down in a single, catastrophic fire, possibly during Julius Caesar's visit to Egypt. But the reality is more complex and perhaps more heartbreaking. The library's decline was a slow, gradual process. It suffered from budget cuts, political purges of intellectuals, and a series of smaller fires and conflicts over several centuries. There was no single cinematic moment of destruction, but a slow, painful death. Think of all the lost knowledge, plays by Sophocles we've never read, entire histories of ancient civilizations, scientific discoveries that could have propelled humanity forward by centuries. The loss of the Library of Alexandria is a gaping hole in our history, a mystery of what we might have known. Now, let's dive beneath the waves. For thousands of years, the city of Thonis Heraclean was thought to be a myth, a lost city mentioned only in ancient Greek texts. It was the main port of entry to Egypt before Alexandria was founded. But about 1,200 years ago, it vanished. It wasn't until the year 2000 that a team of underwater archaeologists, led by Frank Gaudio, stumbled upon it, submerged 6 kilometers off the coast. What they found was a perfectly preserved underwater metropolis. Giant statues of pharaohs and gods, sunken ships, gold coins, and the ruins of the Grand Temple of Amun-Gareb. It was like discovering Atlantis. The city was a bustling hub of international trade, a meeting point of Greek and Egyptian cultures. So, how did an entire city sink beneath the sea? Geologists believe a combination of earthquakes, tsunamis, and soil liquefaction caused the land it was built on to collapse. Finding Thonis Heraclean was like opening a time capsule, offering a pristine glimpse into a world we thought was lost to legend forever. But it makes you wonder, what other mythical cities are still out there waiting to be found? Our final mystery takes us to the Sphinx, the silent guardian of the Giza Plateau. We think we know its story, a lion's body, a pharaoh's head, carved around 4,500 years ago. But some geologists are stirring up a massive controversy. They look at the Sphinx and its enclosure and see evidence of water erosion, not wind and sand erosion, but deep, vertical fissures caused by a massive amount of rainfall over a long period. The problem? The Giza Plateau hasn't seen that kind of rain in at least 7,000 to 10,000 years. This would make the Sphinx thousands of years older than the pyramids it supposedly guards. This theory, if true, would rewrite our entire understanding of ancient history. It would mean that a highly advanced, monument-building civilization existed long before the ancient Egyptians we know. Who were they? Where did they go? Mainstream Egyptologists fiercely dispute this, arguing the erosion is from other sources. But the questions linger. And there's another Sphinx mystery. A German-led team using seismic equipment in the 1990s detected a perfectly rectangular, man-made chamber hidden deep in the bedrock between the Sphinx's paws. The Egyptian government has, for decades, refused all requests to excavate this area. What are they protecting? Could this be the legendary Hall of Records, a fabled chamber concedos of the knowledge of a lost civilization, maybe even Atlantis? From a deadly curse and impossible architecture to lost knowledge and sunken cities, ancient Egypt is a land that guards its secrets jealously. Every new discovery seems to only deepen the mystery, reminding us how much we still have to learn. The sands of Egypt are always shifting, and who knows what truths they will reveal next. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey. If you love unraveling the mysteries of the past, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Let us know in the comments which Egyptian mystery fascinates you the most. See you next time.